Hi, my loves, and welcome to Jennifer's Open Book, where we don't believe in filters. We have a guest today, Miss Kamille Richardson. Before we get to that, if you have not already subscribed to this channel, hit your subscribe button, like this video, leave comments, let me know what you think. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments. Excuse me, you guys. Also, go check out some of my other videos and let me know what you think. Share, like, comment. Thank you for your support. You guys are awesome. Thank you to my new subscribers. I appreciate your support. Hopefully, you will get something out of these videos. They are all here to motivate you to be a better you, to love you, to aim higher. We want to make this world a better place, one person at a time here. So, I just want to introduce you to a few people. And today we are talking to Miss Kamille. So, that being said, hi,
Good afternoon, Jennifer. How are you doing
Camille.
today? Yeah, can you hear me? Can you
I'm
hear me?
wonderful. How are you?
I
Yep,
am
I can hear you really
fantastic,
good.
girl. I'm fantastic.
So, first of all, what do I want you to do first? First, um, first, actually, I want you to tell us a little bit about what you do. I do want to point out that are you totally blind or visually impaired?
No, I'm totally blind. I was,
Totally blind. Okay.
yes.
So, yeah, tell us a little bit about that first.
So like she said, I'm Kamille Richardson. I am totally blind from birth from an eye condition called Leber's congenital amaurosis, which is a very big way of saying my retinas are all jacked up, so they don't work. So that's how I became totally blind. I just have light perception. I am a teacher. I am a podcaster, well, soon to be podcaster within the next couple of weeks. I am also a motivational speaker as well. So I wear a lot of hats. Um, so yeah, that's me in a nutshell.
So, we love our motivational speakers and we absolutely love our teachers.
Mhm,
And we love our podcasters. Teachers are my favorites right now. Right now,
mhm.
I'm so loving teachers. I do not want to do this job. It's
Well,
not
let
my
me switch it. Let
ministry.
me tell you, I don't teach. I'm not a teach. I'm a trainer. I do assistive technology training. Let me go ahead and get that straight. Now, I don't teach little kids. Now, I love them. I play with them all day, but I can't sit with them in the classroom.
Well, somebody's learning. So
Somebody learning something.
so still not my ministry.
Mhm.
Adults or children, it's
Mhm.
so
Mhm.
you what exactly do you teach? You teach people to do what?
I'm an assistive technology instructor, so I teach people how to use voiceover. So I teach them how to use it on their iPhones, their iPads, their MacBooks, uh, whatever Apple product. I teach them how to use voiceover, and I usually work with people who are newly blind because most of us who have been blind from birth, we pretty much things been talking to us, and we've been figuring out how to use electronics well forever. But when you just lose your vision and you're brand new to blindness, you just have a very nice paperweight that you don't know how to use and you don't know what to do with it. So I decided that I wanted to work with them and teach them how to use these things because our phones are our world. I mean, they're connected to our hands all the time. We use it for all modes of communication, be it social media or texting or surfing the web or any of that. This is uh, essentially our means of communication, and it's a means to independence as well. I mean, we can order food with our phones and tablets. We can order groceries with our phones and tablets. We can search on Amazon, which is very dangerous for those of us who have a shopping addiction. Not me, but anyway.
Oh yes, I'm shopping. I do. I confess, and I'm not
Hmm.
getting help for it. Yes, I'm addicted to
Uh-huh.
shopping, and I'm not seeking help
I
for
feel you, girl.
it.
I've calmed down a lot, I will say, but we can do those kinds of things. And this time during this pandemic has really, really been important. And it's imperative that you learn how to use this phone because, like I said, those apps like Instacart and stuff like that, it helps you where you don't have to go into the store right now because we ain't trying to be all up on each other. When you're blind, you don't
No.
really know if you are social distance from somebody.
Listen, I was having issues with people in the store yesterday. I went in the store with my mom and I told my mom
Hmm.
out loud in front of these people, I said, this is why I do all of my shopping online. So I don't
Yes,
have to deal
ma'am.
with people.
Yes, ma'am. Because y'all staying
Yes.
a little bit too close. Like, I'm sorry. No, no, no. Back on up.
So listen, let me tell you guys that this type of training is, like she said, very important. It's like she said, dangerous if you have a shopping habit because Amazon and Instacart has all of my money.
Hmm. Same here, honey.
since
Same
it,
here.
since this pandemic started, and even like once this is over with, this is so much easier. It's so much easier for me to shop online. And the
Hmm.
reason why it's easier is because all you have to do is type in the search what you want and it just
Hmm.
pops up right there and you just move it over to your little cart, click click, boom, and they
Hmm.
deliver it to your door. You don't have to worry about crowds standing in line. You schedule what time you want them to drop it off at your door.
You sure
They
do.
drop it off. You don't even see the driver. They want you to
Mm.
tip these drivers and they ask the question, how was your interaction with the driver? And I'm like, there was no interaction. I heard them
I,
starting their car and pulling off while I was pulling my groceries in the house.
I say it's good because you did what I asked and just left it there so I can just go get it. So that's
Yeah.
fine. I say it was great.
I'm gonna tell you the only issue are the extra fees.
Hmm.
So because I shop at Walmart so much, I pay like a little fee once a month and just
Hmm.
have unlimited shopping. But that starts to get really pricey when you start going other through
Like
other
the.
apps because like if you're going through Instacart, they want
Hmm.
you to do the same thing, get a subscription there, and then
Hmm.
Postmates want you to get a subscription
Oh,
there.
girl,
So
yes. Oh my
it
gosh.
all starts to add all up, and then if you don't get the subscriptions, the delivery fees are ridiculous. But you don't want to pay for the subscription if you're only planning on ordering from that place like once a month, and it's not even worth it. So
Yeah.
that's my only issue with it is the extra charges. I ordered some food from Postmates, I think,
Hmm.
a couple weeks ago. My food came out to be $12, but with
Hmm.
all of the fees that they tacked on, it was like $21. I said for a couple of tacos.
Yeah, girl, I've seen that. It like doubles your, yeah, like it doubles the cost. You just like, so I'm just paying for you to bring it to me. It's like service fee, small order fee, this fee, that fee. I'm like, well, darn, I could have had two meals.
But it costs more for you to bring it to me than my food costs.
Exactly. But
So
it gives you
I
free,
know that
huh?
that's an issue with that's an issue for some people. It's definitely an issue for me, but right now, you know what you're gonna do about it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And like I said, even
But
apps like
are
Uber.
you do you only train? Are you training? I'm sorry. Go ahead. I think we have a
No,
little delay.
what were you asking me?
I was gonna ask you. Do you train solely people who are using Apple products, or do you do Android or anything?
Well, no, actually, I do not do Android because I do not have an Android.
Okay.
So I usually just train people on their iPhones, their iPads, MacBooks, and I've never trained anybody on an Apple TV, although I'm sure I could if somebody needed it. But because I do have one of those. But yeah, I strictly focus on voiceover just because more people have that. So I enjoy it and I'm tweaking some things. I'm gonna offer Zoom training soon because the world has gone virtual and I don't think it's going back anytime soon. So people want to know how to use Zoom. So I'm going to be offering that as well for those of us who are blind and visually impaired. So a lot of exciting things happening in my
Let
training
me
world.
tell you guys, if you are planning on getting training on any of these things, do not be intimidated. I was so nervous when everything went virtual and
Mm-hmm.
everybody started using Zoom, and I was actually making it harder than it was. And Zoom is so easy. The problem is I got
Mm-hmm.
so used to using Zoom. So when we had to start using Google Meet for my daughter's classes, I was like,
Mm-hmm.
no, use Zoom. I don't know how to use Google.
Like, don't be switching up the platform on me. What are you doing? Wait a minute. I understand. I totally understand. It's hard when you switch up when things are so
But
easy. Mm-hmm.
it's not as hard as you think it is. It actually is quite easy once you someone like points out, and you can do explore. You can explore yourself. I learned how to use my phone by exploring. I got my first iPhone. I got the iPhone 4S was my first
My
iPhone.
first one was a 4, girl, way back 2010 when it first came
I
out.
was so nervous when this lady handed me this touch screen. I said, "When can I bring this back? How long?" So she was like, "You can have it for 2 weeks." She said, "But trust me, you're not gonna bring it back." And she was like really nice. I didn't get it from the Apple
Mm-hmm.
store. I got it from the Sprint store, and
Mm-hmm.
she turned my voiceover on for me, which was really nice and amazing because most of the time, a lot of those people they have no idea what you're talking
They
about
don't
when
know
you
what it
ask them
is. They're
about
like
voiceover.
voiceover.
Yeah,
I don't know
and
what that is.
I don't know if she looked it up or it was so long ago, but whatever she did, she turned it on for me. She was like, "You're gonna love it." So I went home and within an hour I sent my first text message. And it was this I'm gonna tell you guys what my first text message was. My very first text message was on an iPhone 4S and I sent it to my mom. I was like, "This is my first text message. This is awesome. Now I have something to do when I'm sitting on the toilet."
Oh
My
my
mom's like,
gosh. Oh my
"What?"
gosh. Like, but could you imagine though? Like, could you imagine? Oh my God. Your mama probably like, what in the world? Oh my gosh.
And she wrote me back, "You are crazy." And then I started, I just kept messing with it. And I was like, "Oh, an app store. What's in here?" And I typed in
Mhm.
Facebook and I started doing my Facebook. I got off the computer. Now I do
Mhm.
everything on my phone.
I do too, pretty much. Everything is done on my phone, like everything. But I mean, could you imagine though? Like, we often, we went and got these phones and, we knew we switched over to the touch screen and we're just like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? But could you imagine though having the ability to see this screen with your brand new fancy dancy iPhone 11 or whatever it is you have, right? And then all of a sudden you lose your vision, you lose your
Oh, I
sight.
lost you. Oh, there you go.
Okay. Can you hear me? I feel like one of them commercials. Can you hear me
Yep, I
now?
can hear you now.
Okay. But could you imagine having these phone on an iPhone and then you lose your sight and all of a sudden you don't know what to do? It's like fade to black. I have no idea. I got this phone in my hand, people calling me. I don't even know how to answer this phone, you know? And I've talked to so many people who have gone through that.
Hmm.
They had to have people come over and go through their Facebook posts and their emails and just literally go through their life for them. So
Yeah.
being able to get that freedom back again means a whole lot because you think about it, even with us, like if somebody was going through my stuff, I'd be like, oh my gosh, like, oh, I would not like that. So I try to I teach them because you don't even know how to explore the screen. You think about, you suddenly lose your sight, or you're losing it gradually and you need to still know how to use voiceover. You don't even know how to explore the screen. There are different gestures, of course, from using it as somebody who's sighted. The gestures are totally different. So, I just want to be that bridge and
I'm
kind of
gonna
help
tell you
them.
what is a blessing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell you what was a blessing to me. Hopefully, I got you guys back. I had to do something with my phone. Sorry. Um, I had to have someone set up my phone every time I upgraded my phone. I had to have someone set it up for me, which is a headache because for some reason, like the password wouldn't get typed in correctly, or they didn't really. I mean, these are sighted people who don't really know how to use an iPhone. So
I
it
teach
was
them
a
too.
headache, and I
Mm-hmm.
don't know what me messing around like with stuff. I When I'm bored, I mess around with stuff. I got a new phone. I wanted it set up then. I didn't want to wait until tomorrow, like
Mm-hmm.
someone wanted me to do. And I plugged it into my computer. I don't know what made me do this, but I plugged it into my computer, and I realized that on my computer, when iTunes pops up, you can set up your phone through your computer. You can turn your voiceover on
Mm-hmm.
on your phone from
Mm-hmm.
your computer.
Yes, you
I
can.
was like, this is amazing.
Mm-hmm. You certainly
So
can.
a lot of I didn't have someone like you, which you are definitely necessary because there are some people who don't do well with trial and error. There are some people who are just
Mm-hmm.
afraid to do anything with their
Mm-hmm.
phone. They're like, I'm gonna break it. I'm gonna break
I
it.
always tell people you
You
cannot
know
break it. Trust me. You can't unless
that
you throw it on the floor.
I was told a long time ago, even with a computer, it was one of my computer instructors. They were like, "You can't break it. Don't worry about it. If
Right.
something happens, restart it. Just restart."
Exactly. Just restart it. Literally. If something happens, just restart it. I mean, that's all I tell people. I mean,
So I think it's awesome that you are training people.
mm-hmm.
I think that's something wonderful, and I'm probably gonna call you because I'm gonna get an Apple TV soon. So,
Okay.
I've only someone in the Apple store, somebody in the Apple store demonstrated it for me, and I had only heard of an Apple TV. This was some years ago,
Mm-hmm.
and I thought it was actual television. I didn't know it was like something that you hook up to your TV.
A lot of people do. They don't realize it's
So
a
when I
stereo
went,
box.
yeah, when he gave me the price for it, I was like, for a TV, that's it. But then he explained to me it was a box.
Like, oh, 149
So
ain't bad.
right. So he went to he I asked him about voiceover on it. I was wondering if it had, voiceover on it like the
Mm-hmm.
phone did. So
Mm-hmm.
he pulled up the remote control and he was like, "Well, we have Siri." I said, "Well, that's something altogether different." I'm talking
Mm-hmm.
about I wanted to read the menus and everything. So these people at the Apple store, I've not met a mean person at an Apple store yet. I don't know about anybody else's experience, but I have
Mm-hmm.
met nothing but happy, optimistic people at the Apple store. And if they can't answer your question, they're going to find the answer to your question. So this guy did not know what I was talking about as far as voiceover goes. So I
Mm-hmm.
told him how to pull up the voiceover on the phone, and he went through the Apple TV and he was like, "Oh, there it is." And he turned it
Yep.
on and showed me how to
Yep.
use the TV. So I was
Yep.
like, he said, "Look," he said, "I just learned something." I was like,
Yeah,
"Yeah,
we stay
we
teaching
learned
people
together."
stuff. We really do. We stay teaching folks things.
So that is something like I don't know about Android. I'm not gonna criticize Android on here right now. I just know that people with Androids, if you don't have an iPhone, you don't have an iPhone. I'll say that.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I mean, it's honestly, I got this phone. I'm loyal to this phone, the iPhone, because when I got my first iPhone 4 back in 2010, you know, everything was already there. All the software, all the accessibility software was already built into the phone.
Right.
I didn't have to pay, like I remember before this, I had to go and pay $200, download the software onto my phone from my computer. It was just a whole lot of rigmarole. I ain't feel
You
like doing
had to
all of
pay
it.
for the phone on
Yep.
top of paying
On pay.
for the
Yeah.
software to make the phone talk.
Yes, you had to pay. Not only you had to pay for the phone, but the software to make the phone talk, and it was expensive. It was like $300 or something crazy like that. It was ridiculous. So, yes, that's why I have stuck with the iPhone because I'm able to do everything I need to do. Does it have some bugs? Well, yes, but what
Yeah, of
electronic
course.
does not? And
But
sometimes it can be a bit frustrating.
Android,
Hmm.
I was gonna say Android has a voiceover program as well, but from what I've been gathering from a couple people that use Android, it has bugs that I don't want to deal with, and probably because I'm used to dealing with iPhone. So it's one of those things where it's whatever you're used to because Android
Right.
users
They
hate
love it.
iPhone.
Yeah, it's it's
They
it's
they
it's a
love their
love hate
Android.
relationship. You know what I'm saying? Which is fine. Whatever you prefer to use and works for you, please just use it. I'm not here to say don't do this. I'm not saying team. I am team iPhone, but I'm not gonna argue with you if you're not.
Mhm. Mhm.
That's all I'm saying.
I like to argue though.
Well,
I like to argue. You actually keep on you keep fading out and I'm not sure why.
I don't either. I don't know why
I don't know if
either.
we have a connection problem or what.
I have no idea.
Okay, so we talked about the technology. We just spent so much time on the technology.
That's
I
good.
want to know about your podcast. I know that you said that it's launching in October, which
Yes.
is perfect for Meet the Blind month for so
Yes.
it's perfect for that month. So let us know some of the stuff that you're going to be
Okay.
talking about on there.
So my podcast is called Visions Fulfilled, and I will be discussing. I mean, it's overall it's a podcast that motivates
And wait,
you
hold on
to
1 second. We lost we hold on 1 second, Camille. We lost you again. So what's the name of the podcast?
visions fulfilled. Can you hear me?
Yep, I
Lord.
can hear you now.
Okay. So it's called Visions
Okay.
Fulfilled. It is a podcast. It's my podcast where you know, the goal is to motivate people to live their best life no matter the circumstance. And I highlight other blind people's journeys, and I talk to them about different things that they're doing in their community, whether they're an entrepreneur or they're just active in their community somehow, some way. And I just highlight their stories. I let them tell their story of how they got to where they are. They share their peaks, they share the valleys, because we always have the valleys, but at the end of the
Mhm.
day they still are fulfilling their vision and they're pressing forward. So I'm really excited because I met some really cool people along the way, and I'm really excited for you to hear their stories. So yay.
I'm excited about that. And you're also a motivational speaker. Now, let me
Mhm.
ask you this. I always ask my motivational speakers, do you go out? Have you had like prior engagements, and do you have anything coming up in the future?
I actually do not have anything coming up in the future at the moment. Oh, yes, I do. Wait a minute. What am I talking about? Oh gosh. So I actually am going to be speaking on a friend of mine on her panel. I'm actually going to be on a panel that she's hosting for her community service organization. So I'm actually going to be on the panel discussing entrepreneurship and the merits of it, and especially for people who are blind, because that's what we highlight. So I'm actually really excited about that. It's on October the 24th, I do believe. And I'm not quite sure of the time right now, but it's all good. And it's going to be on Zoom. Woohoo. And like I said, I'm just starting out on my motivational speaking journey. This pandemic just kind of brings, I hate what's going on, of course. I hate all the lives that are lost, of course. That goes without saying, but I do feel like, for me, it's kind of given me an opportunity to really sit down and really work on my goals. And the podcast literally came out of the fact that I was meeting so many people, and they had such incredible stories. And I was just like, so people need to hear this. So
Hmm.
that's how that was born.
So that's exciting. I would say make sure that you, like I said, you're coming out just in time for Meet the Blind Month, and you're going to be introducing
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people, blind and visually impaired people, to the community.
Mm-hmm.
So what I was getting ready to say is redundant, so never mind. Which
It's all good.
is perfect. I can't wait. I'm going to make sure I stay tuned. Is it going to be on YouTube, or are you doing it through another
I'm going to
platform?
yeah, I'm going to actually like I said, we're actually editing everything now. I wanted to make sure that I had enough episodes to go through the month. So
Hmm.
when I edit it, I will be uploading it to like iTunes, and now you can do it on Spotify. What? And so wherever you can find your podcast, I will definitely keep you posted on the launch date of that. It's really, really, really exciting. And like I said, I'm still editing everything. And they always say you should have at least 4 or 5 of them already done so that you won't be scrambling around. So I have gotten 4 people so far. So I'm just looking forward to many, many more. And hopefully I will have you on as well, Miss Jennifer.
Just let me know the time and the place, and I am there.
Yes, ma'am.
Just let me know. I am there. So I appreciate you coming to talk to us and letting us know about that. You guys make sure that you stay tuned.
Yes, ma'am.
Um, and I will let you know. If
Yeah.
you guys are looking out for it, I'm gonna let you guys know when that launches. Is there some place that people can find you on social media so they can keep in touch and if
You
they have any questions or they want to come on and talk to you?
Well, you can look me up on Facebook, Kamille, Kamille. It's Kamille with a K. Hey, Richardson. And I'm also on, you can follow me on Instagram. I'm also there as well. I don't do a whole lot of tweeting and things. I actually like Facebook and Instagram a little bit better. So I can't even lie. I don't do a whole bunch of Twittering and such.
Yeah, I don't do a lot of tweeting.
I don't be tweeting everywhere. No.
Hold on.
Mhm.
Okay, so
And
Instagram, Facebook, you guys can find her there.
And if you want to book me for
I'm
training,
sorry, what were you saying?
I said if you want to book me for training for voiceover training, my company is called IC Technologies. Literally what it sounds like, IC Technologies. And you can send me an email at ictechnologies@gmail.com and I will get with you and we can work out um, a time to train.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you spending time with talking to me. This was fun. I'm gonna actually get off of here in a second, you guys, because we're still in class. So
Oh,
the baby has to go to music soon. But you guys found me here on YouTube under Jennifer's Open Book. You can find me on Instagram in the same place under Jennifer's Open Book. And you can find me on Facebook under Jennifer Janelle, JINNERFER, JINNELLE. You guys can find me in those places. And if you want to ask me anything anonymously, go ahead and send it to me in the inbox and I will get to those questions. Also, if you have an interesting story you want to tell, you have some motivation, you're a motivational speaker, anything positive that you want to bring to this channel, go ahead and let me know and I'll get you on. Come on here and converse with me. We can talk about you and promote your books and whatever else it is you do. I
yes.
love company. So, again, thank you guys for the support. Thank you, Kamille, for joining me. I actually have to change the spelling of your name
Yes.
on
Thank you for having me.
because I spelled it wrong, but I have to change the spelling of your name. Um, so that was it. So until next time, you
Okay.
guys, I love you. Bye.